So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's with a heavy head and a sad heart that I even have to mention this, but there have been a number of incidents that occurred over the past week that I've been gone that I haven't covered, and I think I need to address it at least, seeing as I'm from Texas. There was a mass shooting in Texas, and the gunman was targeting Mexicans and Hispanics. It sucks that it has to happen and that it keeps happening, let alone to it could have been me. I mean, what's to stop some crazy asshole from coming down where I live and fucking taking me out, you know? Puts life into perspective a little bit. So I just wanted to have a moment of silence for those that were lost in Dayton and in El Paso. With that already out of the way, I guess let's get into today's episode of Hanging Heavy. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator, and thanks for coming back. I guess I'll start off with a little bit of my perspective. Even though I'm a responsible gun owner and would never even think to mow down people senselessly, there has to be something done, at least an attempt at making mass shootings not an everyday occurrence. There's not one final solution. But reform needs to happen. I don't want to raise my son up or have anyone else have to raise a child knowing that there could be a shooter around every corner. That's all I can say, and I'll clearly respect those that have lost their lives in some senseless act and respectfully move on to another topic. Now, if any of you know or have listened to the show frequently, you know that I've talked about conspiracy theories a little bit on this show. But I ain't about to get put in some ditch and made disappear, so I tread lightly. But without trying to sound even more paranoid, turns out Apple's Siri records private, confidential conversations and activities on the regular. An unnamed whistleblower, I got a whistle for you to blow, boyo. Anyway, this news was brought to light in which contractors working for the iPad and iPhone maker regularly listen in to Siri's interactions as part of their job grading the voice assistant. Siri usually needs a wake-up gesture or key phrase to be activated, but they've released or they've stated that even as little as the sound of a zipper opening or closing has activated this feature. The Apple Watch is even worse with this, so just for your sake, turn off the feature. It's not even that useful. Okay, Google. Hey Siri. Alexa, play Left to Die. Wow, Desecrator, what a sexy transition. Why, thank you, Desecrator. May I add, you look even more handsome today than normal? Aw, shucks, you. Well, excuse me and my mental break there. I wanted to use this time to mention that I went to a place that is probably one of the few that exists in this digital age and era. I mean, if you're a hipster soy boy, then that's on you, but even the resurgence of vinyl, record stores have gone the way of the dinosaur. I can just get it online. Why would I bother? Why is. Which is why I always have to visit Hog Wild Records in San Antonio, Texas. This is going to be your free shout out because you guys have a special place in my heart. I've so many great albums I've bought in there. So I'm going to, I guess, just tell you what I picked up. And this time I picked up 3 vastly different albums. And I'll give you a small little insight on what I thought about these 3 albums.
That's called a review, asshole.
Fuck you, this is my show. So, number 1 is none other than the man, the meme, the legend, Abbott. With his 2019 release, Outstrider. So, for those of you that don't know, he's known as a former founding member and frontman of one of the biggest black metal bands of all time, Immortal. Fucking sick. So, this album, from start to finish, is fucking high octane, balls to the wall metal. Not so much black metal, but more Abbott than Immortal in that sense. He's got tight riffs and his tone. Fuck his tone! For any of you guitarists out there, you know what that means and what that feels like. So I copped the deluxe edition box set because that still exists. Fucking awesome. And this came with the Abbott branded sponge and corpse paint, a fucking sweet Abbott face patch, and a holographic sticker. So with this move, I support both small business and an artist that isn't on a major label in one fell swoop. So why the fuck not? Plus, Abbott brand corpse paint. Fucking bright. A second, I picked up one of the biggest metal innovators and the father of the death metal genre as we know it, Death, with their 1988 instant classic Leprosy. They had the remastered release, so I had to get that. I mean, what the fuck can I say that hasn't been said about them and Chuck Schuldiner? Schuldiner, excuse me, and rest in peace, metal god. He was a metal god amongst men. And fucking, it has probably my favorite fucking death song on it, Left to Die, and if I'm not mistaken, it's called Choke on It. So there you go, 2 fucking death songs that I highly recommend. And the third, and closing up the trip to Hog Wild, was a band that I randomly stumbled upon and fell in love with because of the wall of sound that pummeled me as I listened, and that is none other than Deaf Heaven. I picked up their 2018 release of Ordinary Corrupt Human Love. And I own a couple of their other of their albums, but Sunbather was the one that introduced me to them. And that fucking album is amazing. But here, let me read you the notes that I wrote down because of this. The only way I can describe Deaf Heaven is with 2 simple words: blissfully chaotic. Or even better, beautifully disastrous. They set you up on a cloud, all at peace with yourself, and then they drop the dissonance like nobody else has done. or at least nobody else that I've heard. And they're so cohesive. And Sunbather is a lot more shoegaze or post black metal, which is what they're considered or labeled with that album. And this one is a little lighter than that. They even toy with acoustic sounds, and it's fucking. It's a. I don't know. No, the way they manage to make something sound so like peaceful, and then they hit you with the fucking like the sound of somebody banging on all the keys of a piano at once. That dissonant sound, like it doesn't sound right, but it sounds right. I mean, I don't know how to explain dissonance other than that. It sounds wrong, but it's right musically. And fucking, they know the juxtaposition of fucking balancing that. They're getting better as they age. And with their earlier work, you can tell they were younger. And now you can tell they've matured and they know what they're doing. So if you have a chance to pick up anything Deaf Heaven, I recommend Sunbather and this new album, Ordinary Corrupt Human Love. They're fucking amazing albums. And I mean, fucking everything that I've listened to from Deaf Heaven hasn't disappointed me, so I'm glad that I found them. And I mean, Hog Wild is geared towards the metalhead. It used to be next to a fucking metal venue. Then they turned it into 3 other places. I don't know what it is now, but Hog Wild still stands there. Brick and mortar. It's got character. It's got history. So, I mean, any chance that I can get to go, I go. And for any of you that are metalheads in the Texas area, fucking go check out Hog Wild in San Antonio, Texas. You will not be disappointed. If you like horror movies, fucking punk, hardcore, any kind of extreme metal, they probably got it. And they sell vinyls now because vinyls are fucking hot shit. But I mean, even 15 years ago, they had vinyls that I knew of. It was literally the only record shop that I knew that still existed that people would fucking buy and trade records at. So I can officially call that a record store. I mean, they don't just buy new records and fucking, oh, I mean, we just got the shipment of the repressing of Paul McCartney's. Ooh. So yeah, if you're ever in the mid-Texas area and you're in San Antonio, check out Hog Wild Records. It's a must. You'll find some shit either that you haven't seen in a long time, or you'll stumble upon something fucking great. Hog Wild Records. So, how much water is too much water? Dehydration is one of the many downfalls of the machine that we call our bodies is susceptible to. It can cause fatigue. It can drain endurance in any and all athletes and us normies. So a study in the journal Frontiers in Physiology, even moderate dehydration can hinder a person's mood or concentration. Especially down here south, talking the deep south. The sun takes no prisoners. And according to the National Academy of Medicine, they recommend that adult women and men drink from 91 to 125 ounces of water a day. For my metric users, that's 2.7 to 3.7 liters a day. Studies have also shown that chugging down large portions of this daily intake, morning, day, and night, are not the most efficient way to meet your body's water necessities. If you're drinking large amounts on an empty stomach and an hour or two later you're outputting high amounts of clear, urine, that's your body showing you that it's not staying in long enough to help alleviate any symptoms of dehydration. They recommend, or they say that it's best to let your body absorb H2O, that's some high quality H2O, with a meal. Excuse my Adam Sandler. Get the fuck out of my studio, you fucking bitch. Or at least with some nutritional intake. So snack it up while you blast that water deep throat. Have it with some protein. What is that? A coffee machine? If you know, then you know. But besides the fact that you've been drinking water wrong this whole time, you dumb bastards. If you need if you need coffee, excuse me, to help you dredge through your day, and you're finding that you need multiple cups to get you by, it turns out you could be doing more harm to yourself than helping. A new study suggests that if you're boosting intake of caffeine throughout the day, it may lead up to migraines, especially if you're easily prone to falling under the blanket that is a headache already. So this study was taken between March of 2016 through October of 2017, so a year and some change, with researchers from Harvard, so you know they know what they're talking about. They followed 98 adults, 86 women, and 12 men, those of which all experienced episodic migraines, which by definition is between 0 to 14 headaches a month. Each day, participants recorded the caffeinated beverage intake, other lifestyle factors, timing, and characteristics of each migraine. So with this data, at the end of the study, they found out that participants who reported a combined total of 825 migraines during the 4,467 days were more likely to suffer a migraine on the same day that they had ingested high levels of caffeine. So take that with a packet of sugar. Or black. Yeah, fuck me. That was a terrible attempt. That was a terrible attempt at a joke, and I'm sorry. So I'm not sure whether they are extremely smart or fucking stupid, but scientists at the University of Wisconsin, managed to make a mini sun. That's right, a tiny sun. A man-made sun modeled after scientific properties we know of the actual sun. At around 1.4 million kilometers wide, made of energetic plasma, and sits at the center of our solar system, the sun. That's correct, that sun. They managed to create a tiny one, mimicking that, at the size of about over 3 meters wide. So this is all encased in a whatever fucking shielding that they put around it, and the shielding happens to be painted red, so they've dubbed it the Big Red Ball. Big Red Ball. I can't fucking make this up, people. Scientists, fucking known scholars, and how they've achieved this feat is quite simple, said the dumbass. So what they do is, in this enclosure, they pump helium gas, which is present in the actual sun, and they turn that into plasma. A magnet at the center of the ball creates a magnetic field, and with an applied electric current, it accurately mimics its daddy. That's right, the real sun, both in how the plasma and magnetic field react. So that's fucking crazy cool and all, but this is begging for them to make a Fast and Furious movie out of this shit. Just send me that check, Mr. Vin Diesel. You're welcome. This practically writes itself. Speaking of fiery devastation, that's my favorite underground metal band, by the way. Well, fuck, that's actually kind of cool sounding. You're welcome to whoever ends up using that. That one's a freebie. Anyway, the fiery devastation that I'm talking about is the mantle rock that is in wait to bust the fattest nut under Yellowstone National Park. You know, those fancy geysers that look pretty on those postcards? Oh, fuck. Who remembers that shit? Postcards? Fuck, I'm getting old. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, the heat vents that help create this spectacle is a massive and great scientific... It's a massive fucking thing and has a great scientific name, which is
A super
volcano. Well, over the last 2 years, research has led to find that this mantle rock stretches farther than previously believed or previously known. And it has now been found to spread out all the way to Northern California and as far as to reach Oregon. Holy fuck, that's a lot of liquid hot magma. So if you think that global warming is gonna get us, nah, son. That super volcano has been what is the term? It's been priming itself for fucking centuries at this point. It's fuck, what is that fucking term? Let me look it up real quick. Excuse me while I Google search this real quick. Fuck. Whatever. Edging. It's called edging. Or orgasm control. Edging, also called surfing, peaking, teasing, and more, is the practice of stopping yourself from reaching orgasm right when you're on the cusp. The metaphorical edge is right before you fall off the cliff into sexual climax. Thank you, Healthline.com. So yeah, this super volcano has been fucking edging itself, and it's ready to bust. It's finna bust. I'm finna bust. Yeet.
Yes, science.
It's funny that I yeet, because apparently to dictionary.com /e/slang/yeet/yeet. What does it mean? Yeet is an exclamation of excitement, approval, surprise, or all-around energy, often as issued when doing a dance move or throwing something. That's pretty damn accurate, actually. Did you see old Bob? He fucking yeeted that brick through a fucking cop window. Yeet. Well, I guess I'll use this last couple minutes to talk about some video games. So, last month, the month of July, the free games of the month for the PlayStation Network, you have to have PlayStation Plus to play games online. But with said subscription to the Plus, they offer 2 free games for free from their back catalog every month. And those 2 games for the month of July where fucking Detroit Beyond Human and some fucking vintage ass looking car racing game. It's pretty garbage, but hey, it's for free and it's a good waste of time. I mean, my beloved Rocket League was a free game of the month when it launched, and I've been playing that bitch for the last 3-4 years or however long it's fucking been out. Let's do a quick Google search. Rocket League. Fuck, I don't know what to put. So I just put Rocket League. Let's go to Rocket League. No, Rocket League release date. Idiot. Rocket League release date. It released July 7th of 2015. Holy fuck. It's been 4 years that I've been playing this game. That's fucking awesome. I love that game. I've supported that game through its entirety, and until they manage to fuck me somehow, which I doubt they will, since seeing how they just got bought out by fucking Epic Games not too long ago. They have money to bankroll this fucking game, and they've been releasing content on the regular for fucking the last year, so let's fucking go. But yeah, with that being said, fucking I started playing Detroit Become Human. I wanted to play it when it came out, but at the time I was strapped for cash, so I couldn't afford it, you know? So I waited until it went on sale, and it didn't go on sale until I fucking saw that they had it for free. And look at that, I'll take it a year and a half later for free. Yes, thank you. And I haven't gotten very far into it. I played it, I think, literally one time, and so far I've been introduced to 3 different characters, and the graphics for this game are fucking ridiculous. They're not going to be lifelike anytime soon. There's always that uncanny valley. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But yeah, it still looks fucking gorgeous. I have a fucking PlayStation 4. I don't have the Pro. I don't have the 4K model. Even then, I don't even have fucking 4K TVs. I only have one. That's a lie. But that's in the fucking communal living room area, right? So I never plugged my PlayStation into that. But the first time I decided to play this game, I fucking said, fuck it. No one's here. I had the house alone for the weekend, so I decided to plug it in on the nice TV, right? And I was not disappointed. The TV fucking upscales from 1080p, which is what the original PlayStation 4 pumps out. So, I mean, it boosts the quality a little bit, and you can notice if you have a regular piece of shit TV. Like it's drastically different, and that's just with the plain console. That's not even having the Pro version, which is native 4K, and even if the game isn't fucking rendered in 4K, it upscales the game itself, and that's cool and all, but I mean, I'm not gonna buy another PlayStation right before the fucking new PlayStation is gonna come out. It's a waste of money, dog. I'll play the old one until the new one comes out, you know? But yeah, so that game, it kind of scares me because with how fast AI is developing, I kind of see what takes place in this game actually coming to fruition, you know? Like, it's not too far off the beaten path that we're taking at the time. I mean, we're becoming so dependent on technology at this point. Why not have androids do all the mundane and menial tasks that we don't want to do? So yeah, there's that. And I guess with that, I'll bring in the August free games of the month, seeing it's barely the 9th or 10th, or whenever you're listening to this. It's August 9th. I started recording 2019, and yeah, that's it. So the PS fucking free games of the month this month were Sniper Elite 4, which I'm gonna completely miss. But the one that caught my eye, the second one, was Wipeout Omega Collection. And Wipeout is a futuristic racer. It's kind of like F-Zero for all you old school video game nerds. So, I mean, you're fucking pod racing if you're a Star Wars nerd, basically. So that's cool. That was the generic free game of the month. But hey, it's a free game, so fuck you. And I guess since I'm on the topic of PlayStation, Sony... Let me get my Sony dick out of my mouth. Excuse me. Sony has officially sold 100 million PlayStation 4 consoles. And, yeah, well, this is basically the fucking tail end of the console life. So, hey, it's slowing down. But take that, fucking Xbox. Suck my ass, Nintendo Wii. Or Switch. Or the Wii U. All of you can suck that Japanese dick. So yeah, that's a thing. Let me close these up. I just had a couple things I just wanted to bring up. For those of you playing Fortnite, Season X is upon you. You can fucking fuck off with that. Who plays Fortnite anymore? Might as well play Destiny. Yeah, I'm just waiting for fucking Borderlands 3, dog. Let's go with that. I guess with that, I'll close the show out. I'm happy with that. I got all my points across, and I guess since I wanted to take a more serious approach at the beginning, as those people deserve, I'll read the statistics that I have for the month of August. It's only been 10 days, and I have 7 plays. 6 in the United States and 1 from Kuwait. Whoever's using a VPN, fucking awesome. You're confusing the fuck out of me. But yeah, let me give out some fucking love for these stranded listeners, because fucking nobody from Texas? What the fuck, dog? I fucking rep Texas till I die. Greatest fucking country in the United States. What are we doing? No one's listening to a Texas-based show? What the fuck? But I guess I'll give some love to the people that are listening. And shout out to you, California. Thanks for coming back. I notice I get repeat downloads or listens or plays or whatever the fuck you want to call it from Cali. Much love. You're also mostly Latino. Awesome. Or Hispanic, whatever you want to call it, some bitch. I got some listens from fucking Jersey. Hopefully it's my boy Frankie. If it's you, Frankie, fucking get online with the old boys. But if it's not, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I fucking love the fact that Frank Sinatra's from Jersey. Even though he sings about New York, no one cares that he's from Jersey. And again, fucking pulling out on top. My Michigangsters. Michigan, what's up? Fucking... Yeah, what's up? At the time, I got no brothers from the Great White North, Canada, and no Aussies. So, thank you for the water. And, as always, I'm your boy Desecrator. You've just listened to Hanging Heavy, the podcast where the conversation can get as heavy as the host. Much love and rich and rare.